Trollord Games. Join the fray.
Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK, and welcome back to the southern shores of the Sea of Fallen Stars as we return to Chessenta for today's Chessenta's Tyranny. I hope that everyone is doing very, very well. A massive hello and hello to you all. I hope you're doing very, very well. It is a pleasure to have you all here. That's good news. That is good news indeed. And you assume. It's very presumptuous of you. Okay, now, as we return to our adventurers and their burgeoning rebellion, as it simmers just below the surface of this tyrannical regime country, we are very happy that you are all with us over there in chat. Scarlet and everyone over there, it's wonderful to see you. I see some new people too. Welcome in, everybody. And I'm very glad that you're able to join us here for our adventurers wherever and whenever you are. And those of you in the VOD squad as well, thank you so much for catching up when you get the chance. And as the music swells, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all those people that you see scrolling by in the bottom left there. The lovely, lovely folks, as you saw in the intro as well, at Trollord Games, sending all of their love to all of the cool stuff going on over there, all their castles and crusades. Our charity stream guest and new friend Scarlet64 was doing a Castles and Crusades game I saw for the first time, hanging out with Trollord Games over there. Awesome stuff. Go and check them out, everybody. And also, we have the fabulous people at CZRPG, Phoenix Dice, and Nathrax 3D Minis sending you their love and sending their regards with these lovely coupons so you can get discounts on all of their cool stuff over there. Beautiful dice and very, very cool 3D printed minis and things, and all of CZRPG's drive-through RPG catalogue with the chance to get those at a discount there. Please do jump in and grab whatever you fancy. Spoilers, Phoenix Dice are having a summer sale, coupon code CONSAVE, for an even better deal than we've got on our regular code there. So, just for the month of August, you can jump over there and get an even better discount on some of them gorgeous click-clack Mathrocks, a set of which I know is winging its way to our parents' Grove. Congratulations, Patch. And everyone else who won their fancy prizes in the charity stream last couple of weeks ago. Huge thank you to everyone that helped us with that. And I see people have found the giveaway. Yes, CZRPG has not only given us a coupon, but also sponsored today's stream. They are giving away a digital copy of their fantastic one-shot drop-in location. Put it in your campaigns, play it as a one-shot. The Aqua Cadent is their giveaway for this week, and I hope that everyone gets the chance to win it. Beautifully designed encounters, beautiful maps, all sorts of stuff to put into your games from those wonderful folks over there. And check out their Patreon as well to get that on the regular. And as we say a thank you to all of those lovely people, let us also say a thank you to our wonderful artists for this beautiful character art. The fantastic Solitine and Sephiroth did these beautiful pieces. Check them out if you would like some beautiful art for your games too. And I think that is about all for the introduction. Let us do a quick recap of what is going on. As our heroes continued their preparations for overthrowing the local governmental forces here in the town of Merth, and then expanding, hopefully, to the entirety of the country of Chessenta, they had stolen the blueprints for the forts to help in their planned attack and takeover of the structure, and they got themselves a list of the forced retirees of the previous guards before the tyrannical regime took over. Hopefully some potential allies to be made there. Also, in their fact-finding missions and journeys about the town, they met the interesting old fella, Tamim, out in the shanty town on the outside of the walls, who gave them an interesting map. A map that pointed out some fascinating ancient ruins, ages-old mage towers, hidden out in the Dassos, the forest that surrounds Meth. And our adventurers decided to go and find what they could find at the first of these as they travelled northeast along the lake coast, and they discovered the old mage tower, since repurposed as a lighthouse, and venturing within found it abandoned except for the nasty creepy crawlies and monsters that were there, as giant centipedes ravaged them and scuttled away, and hordes of rats streamed past their feet as they went into the cellars and then down into the caves connecting to the water and the lake beyond, a previous smuggler's den, but now the perfect base of operations for a cult to a strange tentacled three-eyed beast lurking somewhere out in the lake. They confronted the cultists, who summoned forth a mighty crab-clawed insectile beast called a chul, and they became very, very close to death as mysterious benefactors from beyond the veil donated to the charity and kept them alive. It was very, very nice. I did put Tiamat Hong Kong was in our Spelljammer Academy game recently, the community game, and I did love, and I teased him about how he dropped the big monster and then dropped the group heal at the end because he was feeling bad about it. He was like, "Oh no, they're gonna die! Save them now!" And as they survived, and the sound of the lashing waves coming in from the lake outside, echoing around the cave, are all that remain, they find themselves with this sacrificial rock with its strangely mind-disturbing runic carvings and strange pictograms, and the set of manacles attached to it. Panting heavily, bloodied, dripping their life forces into the sand of this subterranean beach. Carolyn, Scuff, Reese, you barely have a chance to catch your breath before the waters of the lagoon at the edge of the cave starts to churn and rise up once more. Scuff, perched out there on the rock as you are, you look down and see strange, distorted views rising up through the waters towards you. But before we get to that, Luce, Arius, left behind for fear of causing too many shenanigans. Your friends went off to discover these mage towers by themselves, and you were tasked by your friend Arius Luce to join them in a fact-finding mission, if you will.
Wonderful.
To look further into the depths and see just what is going on with this Suhagin abandoned temple beneath the shoreline's waters. And swimming down with your gifted friend Luce, you both explored the ruins there and found markings carved into the ancient structure that hinted at further holy sites to these subaquatic devils worshipping that horrible, horrible goddess which Arius would rather not remember. Luce.
Sorry.
Yes, Luce.
So I'm assuming that Luce would be a sloth.
Indeed, yes. The
Great,
best swimming speed creature you can muster.
I can't swim. I'm gonna hold my breath and hold on to you, and then I'll be here to support you mentally.
Arius puts Luce on his back, like, oh, it smells bad.
Oh, my backpack.
It's okay. Underwater, it all disappears. It's very brief thing there. And
hell yeah.
as
we find 2 t-shirts perfectly in our size that say what I said before.
Like Umberly left them.
Yeah.
As you swim along the shoreline, surfacing for the sloth to refill their lungs from time to time, but not as often as you'd think, you do discover other minor shrines and strange carvings in the rock. And as you investigate further and discover more, there is, again, suggestions of a larger creature, a three-eyed eldritch horror lurking somewhere out in the darkest depths of the lake. You
Okay.
follow the map laid out before you in the ruined temple, and at last find the dark opening on the rocky shoreline, weaving your way through the jagged rocks jutting up from the waters of the lake like teeth, waiting to capture and snare any uncautious ships that should be passing by. You swim, and Arius, unfortunately you timed it not quite right. Loose in their sloth form is running out of breath. They start to drown. They pop into loose form. You're desperately striving towards the surface. You can see something lurking in the waters. There's something on the beach above. There's no time though. There's no time to lose. You burst from the surface
Chucky.
into the same
And
cave as Carolyn, Scuff, and Reese. And we burst from the waters of Twitch into tonight's Chessenta's Tyranny. Welcome back, everybody. Now, as we return to this sea cave, well, sorry, lake cave, I suppose, you, Scuff, how did you react to this strange beast rising up through the waters beneath your very feet?
As he sees the bubbles and the strange shapes underneath, he prepares his sword for what's coming, getting ready to leap off and try to escape, distracting the creature.
I'm floating face down.
I just pop you up.
Hey! I vomit seawater. Ocean, lake water, sorry.
There it is.
Blech. There's a starfish
And
in
as...
it.
Where'd that come from? As you
It's a lake.
discovered a new species of freshwater
Or that
starfish,
one's later.
and as you do burst from the water, let's hear it. Who is bursting from the water? Luce, who are you in the real world? Who are you playing? And where are they at right now?
In the real world, I am Emma. Hello. And I am playing... I almost said Arius. I'm not playing Arius. I'm playing Lucio Lucernus, otherwise known as Luce. Ambiguous Fae, Chaos Causer, prank player who is currently choking on water. But wearing a great t-shirt that says, I went to the Swarhagen Temple and all I got was a lousy t-shirt.
Thank you very much. Arius, you good self.
Wearing a matching t-shirt is Arius, who is Grumpy Sea Elf, Luce's self-proclaimed best friend,
Bestie.
or more, who is navigating this with the intent of protecting Luce and smashing monsters with his hammer. And I am Millie.
Thank you. Karen Sturgrove.
Hi, I'm Pat from QuestJunkiesUK, playing Kellen Sturgrove, the sassy yet classy yet very delicate, as seen last week, Order of Scribes wizard who... Oh, where is her head at right now? 3-4 near-death experiences in the last couple of days, giving birth to a brand new form of life in the form of the spell book, learning...
The starfish?
You missed a lot. Finding out about some weird symbiotic brain share of some sorts with some big creature somewhere off in the distance. And she really doesn't like bugs. So she's had a day, we'll say.
Thank you. Scuff, my friend.
Yes. I play Scuff, the protecting, kind person who seeks to defend the innocents and was previously a guard under Chessenta, but now finds himself traveling with these colorful characters of various legalities. And right now, he finds himself trying to seek answers to a way of possibly controlling or at least ridding himself of this curse, this magical curse that's been put upon him. It's plagued him for so long.
Indeed, yes, there were a couple of wild magic surges last time as the stress of the situation got to our Scuff here and in the real world.
It was definitely stressful.
And where can people find you in the real world there, Scuff?
They can find me on my channel, where on Saturday mornings in Europe time we play Strange Aeons, a Pathfinder campaign that delves into the occult, into the kind of Cthulhu mythos. They're currently finding themselves inside of a sanity hospital, a sanitarium, if you might, that has been launched and plunged into, well, I can't say too much in case they're watching, but it's been plunged into a strange world where monsters lurk everywhere.
Noted. Thank you. Yes, and that is Skeptic Llama, as you can see in chat there. Jump on that username to give them a follow. And speaking of dubious criminal intent, Reese.
I am Aelin. I play Reese, the aforementioned criminal and colorful character. A changeling bard? Rogue? Who knows?
Strictly speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And it is a pleasure to have everyone back together again as we return beneath the ancient mage tower. Stroke smuggler's den, stroke lighthouse, stroke cultists enclave. Scuff, you brandish your sword at this strange two-headed beast, and then you notice it's loose, Narius.
Oh, you scared us. I was afraid it was one more of us.
Especially him.
It's not really that hard to do when it's you.
I could say the same about you.
How did you get here?
Swimming. How'd you get here?
I mean, fair. We walked.
Oh,
Sucks to be you.
you guys look terrible.
Yeah, you see that creature over there?
Yes, I do. It looks also horrifying. Are those crabs?
Yeah, turns out, pretty terrifying creature. Whew.
Do you reckon we can make like some crab sticks?
Sure.
I wouldn't eat it if I was you.
This is where Luce is lying on the shoreline.
Yeah.
Would I be able to perhaps nature these creatures to see if we can potentially eat them, or if that is a bad idea?
Can I assist with that?
In your experiences in the ocean, Arius, you know that this is a terrible, terrible, twisted beast that would also give you a rather nasty twist in your gut. So maybe not.
Can we have the map, please?
Oh, sorry. Are you on the?
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. For once, Arius says, don't eat those.
I'm very good at preparing the sushis and things.
Ah, they are not for sushi. They are for burning.
Okay.
I mean, technically it's half cooked. I did destroy it with lightning, so it maybe slightly broiled.
Don't encourage it, please.
Who's the dead guy in the corner?
I don't know, but he had a real. He was trying to talk me into doing things without consent, and I was not impressed. Hence
That's
why.
really not impressive.
Hence why he is now deceased. But you know.
Any guy that makes you do things without consent should be deceased. Good job, Caleb.
Yes.
He seems like some sort of maybe cultist. He seems to somehow control over this this strange creature, or at least
He
he's
had
a cult.
3 eyes.
Yeah,
3.
I don't know.
That
if
was
you know
real?
this, but We
I
went.
was sure that was fake.
Oh no.
Nah, guys, we went to this. I don't know if you realized based on our t-shirts, but we went to this Sahuagin temple, and we also found evidence of a cult, right, Arius?
There are just cults everywhere, apparently.
Well,
You were
Arius, this was the place depicted in the carvings at the Sahuagin haunted temple, and you do see the markings on the rock that clearly indicate the same beast, whatever it may be, as was hinted at out in the lake as well.
Is it possible to roll religion to get a bit more of a sense of what's happening here?
You can go religion or history.
I think now at this point, Kaelin's wondering if either A, the Arcane Force is a cult, or B, the player group is a cult.
Yes, and yes.
That will be a 12.
A 12. Okay. In which skill?
History.
History. Okay.
Sorry,
Religion.
Sorry.
Religion.
Religion.
Okay. You can clearly see that the markings were designed in a way that this creature is being worshipped by the various factions that you have been investigating here, and the creature that they are revering as a god is not one you've experienced in the ocean.
Not no. Okay.
Certainly not a natural aquatic creature.
Okay. Arius will relay this. There's also a chest underwater that might bring some new information to people to digest. Not literally, don't eat anything in here. But I'm happy to go down since none of you can really breathe under the water. Alright, don't all stop me and claim you care about my life. Arius,
No,
Please,
I care. I just can't swim.
Arius looks like he was joking, but poorly. He's like, thanks, Luce.
No, it's probably a good idea. There's no bugs in the ocean, from what I understand. So
well, yeah,
I'm quite happy with that.
Arius,
We have the pods, just so you know. They suck.
Arius, any of them could hold their breath long enough to help you.
Oh, in that case, Reese will volunteer.
And
Yeah, I'm not.
and Emma.
No, I'm good.
No, you're good.
No. So Emma, unless it's just straight up affection, which I understand, you don't need to lean in like that. You can sit straight.
Oh, I can sit straight. Sweet. Okay. I was worried that I didn't. I was worried that I was out of camera. Okay. Cool.
That's
No,
My
I'm not.
magnetic pull.
Irresistible. So
yeah.
yes, Reese also dives beneath the waves, and
Arius shows off and goes faster than Reese. Starts blowing bubbles in his direction.
Reese looks unimpressed.
Yeah. Reese is like, okay, fine, show off your,
Right.
your skills.
You are a sea elf.
The gills.
I am.
The gills.
So while they're doing that, can I take a quick peek in the corridor which we came from, just to see if all the bats are still there?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Bats as well.
So like perception.
No, you could
Just gonna get off this stone.
Oh,
no problem. you could just you're no longer grappled either. You can see them up there. Carolyn, the ceiling is still reassuringly a teeming mass of carpet-like fuzz.
Okay.
Can I go over to Kaelin? Kaelin, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, just quietly. There's bats. Lots of bats.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I will ask you a question quieter. Kaelin,
Yes.
are you afraid of bugs?
Let's go see how Aries is doing.
Can I make an insight check? Please? Please?
Are you trying to deceive, Ken?
I mean, just
Or
straight up
distract.
not answering the question.
They're clearly avoiding the question.
I did get a natural 20. So
So yes,
yes,
Karen,
okay.
Karen, you must tell Lucy everything.
I think I
So,
know.
so in the beginning, there was a large explosion that created the universe, and from there, and yeah, I hate bugs.
Okay, cool. Nice. Thank you for sharing this information.
Reese is down in the water, right?
Yes.
I disappear.
So I was gonna wait for Reese to re-emerge from the water.
Okay, doke.
Don't wait for me to re-emerge. Arius yelled up.
I'm not going anywhere.
You don't need to re-emerge. You can breathe in the water. It's fine.
Yes.
I can just stay down there, guys.
Arius,
No, he doesn't want to.
Arius and Reese
Please, Mommy, no.
haul up the massive chest. Between you, you are able to do so. You see, it is a kind of chest often used on larger ships by the crew. Out in sea chests, out in the ocean. Here, just the various merchant vessels that ply the Methmere between the cities along the lake shore. Very sizable lake, so almost on its way to being a little inland sea, but not quite. And it
These
is,
are good. Not see.
seems to be unlocked.
Can we haul it up, or are we combined?
Oh, between the two of you, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I will poke Reese. Like,
Yeah. Reese is gonna grab the chest, go up.
see, yeah, you can't
I
speak underwater, so I'm using pointing. So you can't talk back. You get it? Okay, cool. He starts hauling it up with you.
Okay. And as you pull it out of the shore, the shallows there onto the small beach, and the water is coming out of the cracks and spilling out from the side of the chest, and as I see, oh no, new claim. As you are able to click it open, and just gonna open it up.
And Reese look for traps.
And can I Arcana it?
I mean, please, not rogue. Go ahead. Not a rogue in any way. Just gonna be over here searching for traps.
Yep. That's investigation 21.
21. Nice.
Awesome.
Um,
14 for Arcana.
Okay. It appears to be without trap.
Reese looks slightly disappointed at the no lock, no trap chest.
Boring. Okay. But this one's definitely not empty like the ones you found upstairs. The
Is there
waiting-
anything visually about it that reminds me of the runes that we saw along the bottoms of the walls in
Not
the
that-
structure?
Not that old. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely not that old.
and
It
is there
wouldn't
any-
have survived that long.
Is there any magical aura around it?
No.
Okay.
Not that just a cursory check can fathom. Maybe a detect magic would give you more, but you're not sure. And Reese, you carefully keeping your wits about you and on edge there, pry open the chest with the knife blade, and as it has a bit of kind of like lake weed and stuff like growing over it, kind of tears free after clearly being down there for years. And you see the glint of a great many coins. Hey, Mac.
Well, that's a nice little find.
Yes. I
Well,
mean,
is it
there's
empty?
the slight problem of there only being silver and copper, but there's a lot of them.
Well, what's in it?
Oh, money,
Oh,
silver and
I
copper,
would like
but
to
still,
bite some of the
quite a
coins
bit of it.
until they're real.
Alright, it's like I taught you well.
They do seem to be.
But when you take them out of your mouth, he does look a bit sad.
I'm just not going to swallow metal, dude.
on your
Dude,
throat.
I'm not going to do it.
He's sad.
It's gold and
I'm
silver.
sure we could.
Silver and copper.
Silver and copper, sorry.
Can
No.
Reese do an inventory of how much silver and copper?
If you want to take the time, it will take a while, but yeah, sure.
Do we want to carry this out and count it later, or
Not here. So yes, like
okay?
I do have a bag that can hold a bit more than one would think for such a small bag.
Scuff is constantly eyeing the water, by the way, just in case.
I don't know what that means, Kaelin. Frankly, that sounds super confusing.
So she
Any
holds
like
up.
an expandable
She,
lunchbox?
so she holds up the bag, which is about that big, and puts her whole arm in it, right up to the
Oh.
shoulder,
Legit,
and then back out.
how does that work?
Just
a bit
a spoonful of sugar.
It's,
medicine. Go down.
It's smaller
Can I
on the
go inside
outside.
it?
No.
Can I go
Hey,
in?
avoiding
No.
that copyright.
Please?
No.
Why are you ruining my fun? I haven't even put my foot in there yet.
If you want to get eaten by a bag, that's on you.
I'm so curious. I'll never be able to know peace until I've gone inside that bag.
Can I throw Luce into the water?
I just want art. I just want art of Luce and an archivist just like eye to eye, just like both like wide-eyed, like who the fuck are you?
There's somebody in the bag? Wait, no, there's someone in the bag.
Come on, you know.
I've thrown you into the water. You don't know.
I'm splashing because I can't swim, so I'm drowning.
Wacky bags of holding are not your average bags of holding.
Can I? Okay, is it shallow enough that I can stand up in the water?
You think you're drowning and then you realise you can stand. You're like, oh.
I mean, to an extent, it drops off quite sharply, but on the edge, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to stand up, and then I'm going to ask Helen.
You're inland now. You're over talking to Kaelin, so you went over towards the tunnel in the back.
Okay, so Arius, assuming, then picks me up, throws me in the water. I pick myself up. I walk back. So Kaelin, can I go in the bag?
I mean, you could probably get an appendage in there, but not your entire self.
Right,
wanna
okay,
go
will
on
do.
the-
Let's go.
No, you want to go in the water, Kaelin? He pushes Luce back.
I mean, I am slightly covered in blood and monster
I'm
guts.
going to
so-
put my arm in
Here,
there.
let me,
I will smack
let
you.
me go ahead and help you with that, and Reese will prestidigitation clean Carolyn off,
Lovely.
as
No.
well as
And
himself.
then Carolyn
Right, fine,
leaves.
I won't go in the bag right now.
Oh, you didn't even get my hair frizzy. That's wonderful.
Treasure chest in the bag.
The chest won't fit.
I wonder, guys,
The
how
coins
much,
will.
how much of these coins do you think is stolen from local residents? Comes from stolen goods. I'm assuming
we
this
just- I'm
belongs
sure
to
we can
the, smugglers,
Redistribute the wealth.
That's so painful to say.
Scott, can I please make an argument or a suggestion? We will use these coins to fund our rebellion, which will help everyone.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm going to start putting coins in my mouth, just slowly.
I'll agree with it. But if anyone comes to us and
Okay,
talks about a lost money for a burglary up here or anything, we will help them.
Yeah.
I've stolen 3 coins if no one stops me.
And by the loose, when you were digging through before to check if they were real, you did discover a carving as well.
Okay.
It is a carving of a sea serpent, carved from the tooth of some giant beast.
I will hold on to it.
Sure. Make a note where you found it as well, so we can check the prices later, if it needs be.
Yeah, okay. We put the coins in the bag.
Is this the same beast that is depicted in the carvings otherwise?
No.
I will show it to everyone.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it seems...
Can I make a religion check to see whether this is a entity of which I might be familiar, considering I'm a local of these lands and I lived by the sea?
It looks like a fairly stylized water serpent, the kind of that appears in like myths and legends, as opposed to any particular naturally occurring beast.
And can I maybe, because I'm a druid, potentially try and nature check what this tooth might have come from?
Sure.
18
Nice.
plus 4, 22. This is a really good dice.
It's not an oopsie dice.
Suspiciously, it was in the oopsie dice thing.
You said 4 and oopsie dice.
Yeah.
You vividly remember the day you were out with your parents fishing, and you were super, super proud the time you caught for you at the time, gargantuan fish. You couldn't believe that anything this large existed in the Sea of Fallen Stars, in the Bay of Chessenta, where your little fishing boat was plying the waves there. But you were shocked and surprised when your father said...
I don't have a father.
Hmm?
I have 2 mums.
Oh, excuse me.
It's okay.
When...
I say
one
it
of your
out loud.
mothers-
When I memory failed. I don't have a father, actually.
Sorry, I completely forgot reading that.
Don't worry, it's fine. Not an issue. Continue.
And your mother surprised you by turning to you and said, hold on loose, that'll be perfect for bait.
Eight.
Oh.
Oh yes, little loose. There's always a bigger fish.
The bigger fish.
And you remember that there are some aquatic beasts that would have a tooth. As it's about 3/4 of a foot in length, this carving.
Friends, gather round. I have found at last evidence.
Come gather round, let me tell you a tale of the great mighty fish. It's as big as a whale.
Do I have a shot at looking over this tooth and seeing if I recognize it?
The bigger fish.
If I take it?
I mean, your
You
knowledge...
lived in the actual ocean.
Yeah, your knowledge, Arius, you would know
You might know better than
there are
me.
plenty of creatures large enough to have teeth this size.
If I do a check, could I put it in its genus?
It's carved out of recognition.
Sure.
Yeah, that is from a big fish.
No, this is the bigger fish.
There are many bigger fish.
Yes, but this is the bigger fish of legend.
There are many big fish of legend.
It's always a dissenter in Chessenta. I wander off screen. I wander off screen.
With the tooth. Okay.
I can think of worse places to descend into.
Yeah.
Scott, before I forget, can I have my dagger back? I'm so sorry for stabbing you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank
Thank
you for the
you.
borrow.
Lose his face.
He's gonna hand it to you with a smirk.
It was a panicked and rather poorly thrown dagger.
Yep.
Not
Make the best out of
intentional
it.
stabbing.
A natural one might say.
Reese glares up at the sky above the strange ethereal voice somewhere up there in the clouds. I never panic. Okay. So, back through the caves. A short swim and round the coast. Either way is fine.
Oh, there's bats over here. Let's try not waking them, guys.
You can eat bats.
Swimming is potentially safer.
I mean, there's the
Yes,
whole of
it's
the
upstairs.
there's the whole of the upper floors of the tower.
There are.
As long as there's no
Yeah.
centipedes.
Even more intrigued now after we heard ghostly voices from upstairs.
That is true.
That was we determined that was the voices of Tiamat and Bahamut arguing.
Even more intrigued now.
Also, can we just confirm that we have put the treasure chest in Carolyn's magic bag of holding?
Contents, yes. Chest, no.
You can live in the chest if you want to and carry it around.
I just feel safe in the box.
Does Reese go sit in the box?
No.
Like a
No.
cat?
The cat.
Just their knees tucked under their chin. I'm safe.
Maybe I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll put the money in the bag of holding, and I'll put Inky in the bag of holding, and I'll ask Inky to count while we walk.
Inky's
Oh, that's
allowed to go in the bag
excellent.
of holding, but I'm not.
I mean, he's small enough to fit into the opening, darling.
This is pretty small.
Aren't you, Inky? And I give him a little tickle on the spine of the book.
Iris looks.
I have no sensation there.
Oh yes, I should have written that in the rules.
He's ticklish.
That's true. I wonder if
Close
I write
command.
that, will it make it happen?
Okay. So, I need a group stealth check. As you
Oh boy.
attempt to sneak by the sleeping bats once more.
What's my stealth modifier?
22.
Good first roll. Good second roll.
Kellen's stealth modifier is 22. Wow.
I've rolled stealth.
Disadvantage on this, and I still rolled a 15.
15.
I'm going to use my inspiration crystal because I rolled a nat one.
Hey.
Also, John,
Nice.
shouldn't you have a disadvantage crystal?
Look at Kent one.
This is
Okay, that's better. Okay,
I haven't done very well.
I got a 19.
11.
20.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
You know.
19, 11, 20. Okay.
And Reese's was 22.
Yeah, I got that was first in there. An average of 17, not bad at all. As you stealth your way through, Arius. Yeah, Arius always a bit damp around the edges. Is dripping, and the echoing droplets hits the floor of the cave.
The coins in his mouth also jingle a bit. He's like,
Are you just holding them in there behind your teeth?
yes.
Do-
How much
do-
stuff can you
do you,
store up there?
do you talk to each other in the cave? Because that's gonna mess up that stealth check.
He says that before they go in. He's like,
No, it says.
I do feel like Luce should be rolling stealth at disadvantage, but we'll get there.
yeah, that's right.
The chatterbox feat. Not a good one. Not a good one to have. But yes, Luce and Arius, the other three warn you of the vast amount of bats roosting in the cave.
Okay.
And
do that.
you sneak through.
Which you indeed.
Okay. As you do so, you are successful. It's okay. You don't have to go. I need to transport you up to the upper layers anyway. And you find yourself back through the secret door. And clambering
Just before
up.
we leave the cave, Skep's gonna do one more peek back, just in case, monsters.
Okay. Hold still, everybody. Hold still. Yeah, nothing seems to be following you.
Good.
And you all clamber up those steps and out of the trap door. Hold still there, Arius. And emerge up in the first floor.
I immediately peek out of the front door to see if the one giant centipede that we didn't kill is still out there after being shooed out.
There's
Remember to look up
It might be above the door.
Guys, there's a giant centipede.
There's
Gross.
a ominous rustling in the thin, rustling grass on the cliff top outside, but you're not sure if it's the wind coming off the lake or vengeance incarnate.
I can both Carolyn and Scuff are that paranoid for their own monsters.
Guys, I think we should all just walk out there and be bold.
Something happened.
Do you guys need, like, help?
Kellen, can't you liquefy people? Why are you scared of anything?
Yeah, you literally killed someone the other day.
Look, I can't explain it. There are no laws of science, the arcane, just common sense that explain it.
Bugs are
We were
scary.
shooing these bugs out of the room. You know, shoo, shoo, shoo.
Uh-huh.
One of them took exception and
Uh-huh.
bit me on the arm. And I very nearly died.
Oh, that sounds...
And then it happened again.
Oh, both arms or the same one?
No, the same one.
Oh, that's
Yes,
bad
it's-
luck.
Little swollen, as you can see.
You're ambidextrous though, right?
Yes, I'm shit with both hands.
That's not good.
That's fast.
Hey, but now it's going to look like you're passable with one and terrible with the other.
Oh boy.
Luce, you have another flashback to your other mother, who disappointed you one day by tearing you away from her aunt's nest, and forced you to leave them alone. Fascinating though they were, and you're like, "But Mum, why?" And she's like, "Luce, there is always a bigger bug." And you rushed inside the house.
You have seen the bigger bug.
Well, you have ridden on the back of Arius as a giant spider, or vice versa. So you have been.
I am the bigger bug.
You have been.
Maybe the bigger bugs were the friends we made along the way.
Oh, that's really good.
The wild shapes we learned along the way.
Oh no.
So the
Before we leave, let's
spiral stairs rise up through the center of the tower.
check what's upstairs. We heard strange whispers while we were downstairs, and it piqued my curiosity.
Curiosity
sure-
does bring consequence, but yes.
I'm sure
I'd
there
lie
will
if I
be
said I wasn't.
no.
Carolyn
Centipede
fingers the
up there.
medallion at that.
There might be flies.
But that's bugs with wings.
You're small.
I get
No,
this
that's
feeling you hate
different.
bugs.
Right, let's go. And I go straight up. I go up first.
Okay.
You push past Scuff.
I push past everybody.
You should try and eat Belmain bugs, Kellen. They taste great.
Ooh, what's that?
They're the bugs that get underwater with like 100% more armor and
Yeah.
legs and size.
There you go. Okay. So, everyone, you clamber up the stairs and emerge onto the second floor. Boop. And
Ooh.
zoom in here. This is one of those nice maps that has everything that's in the description. This level of the lighthouse is a single room, with the staircase continuing up through the center to the next level. Small round windows pierce each wall in the cardinal directions. A sagging bed covered in milkweed blankets sits beneath one window. A sea chest peeking out under one end. A rusted iron stove stands between the bed and a small desk. A short wardrobe is next to the desk, and pieces of a broken chair are scattered across the floor.
This looks old. Very unused.
Can I look for both traps and also weak points in the structure, since we had evidence of weak floor before?
Okay, where are you checking? So the floor in general, and
Yeah, just the floor in general and maybe the chest.
okay, give me a investigation or perception.
I will definitely take a perception with a dirty 20.
Nice. This seems to be more intact. The floor seems okay. Creaky and rickety, but it will hold everyone's weight. And the chest appears to be untrapped. Excuse me.
I'm going to use my since we were very kindly fully resurrected last session. I'm going to use my Awakened Spellbook skill to ritual cast Detect Magic
Okey-doke.
at the normal time of casting, not 10 minutes.
Gotcha. You cannot detect anything here. I think it's not that one. And Papa Dragon. Okay. Yeah, Luce.
Is that a bed that I see on the side of the room there?
It is a very mouldy, mildew-covered one, yes.
Gotcha. So I want to do two things.
Mm-hmm.
First is I want to investigate under the bed to see if there's anything hidden under there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that, if that's
Please
okay.
do. Yep. Give me a perception.
A perception or investigation? Perception? I should have used that one. A perception is a 13.
Okay. Doesn't seem so.
Okay. The second thing I want to do is I want to start jumping on the bed.
I knew it. I was waiting.
God damn it. For fun.
Mhm.
And that's it. Maybe we'll disrupt something and look under the pillows. Maybe we'll be able to discover some secrets.
You
I
do.
like it. Yeah.
You do disrupt something. Could you
Oh, no.
give me a Constitution saving throw as a huge cloud of spores erupts from the mouldy bed?
Oh, you
Gaff
bet.
covers his face and holds his breath.
Just back
Whereas
away.
just shakes his head.
Oh, it's 10.
A 10. Okay, you are poisoned.
You have
That was a 4 on the dice. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's even worse. It's an 8.
No problem.
Worth
Still
it.
poisoned. Not worse.
Scuff's gonna use his sword to just bonk the barrels and the jar, just in case.
I like to think that Luce starts coughing, spluttering, and almost retching, but keeps jumping on the bed.
loose. Get down.
Yeah, fine. I don't feel great anyway.
I will catch loose.
I jump into your arms.
Yeah, stumble a little bit. Ooh.
Ugh.
Carolyn has illusion day.
Oh right, I'm the healer.
Oopsie.
So Reese, are you checking that chest?
Yes, please.
Okay. It is unlocked again, and I'm sad to say, and contains an old pair of boots,
And a pair of fancy boots, fancy boots.
hand-carved wooden chess set,
Ooh.
and some spare blankets.
Do the blankets look moldy?
Better than the bed, but yes.
Reese will take the chess set
Okay.
and
Luz,
the boots.
Yeah.
some bad news.
Oh.
There seems to be some unexpected side effects to that cloud of mold spores, as a gifted tier over there in chat creates a little spark of wild magic.
Oh boy.
Oh, so I try to roll a d100.
Yes, please.
I will roll a d100 with my oopsie dice.
Thank you, back.
This is a big oopsie. That's going to be 62, which I think I've rolled on a wild magic chart before in a different game, but I don't remember what it is.
Just a moment. Let me pull up our druids table. So we have all our different wild magic things there.
Yes, you're correct.
I'm not sure if Mac was expecting that to happen. So sorry if that wasn't your intention, Mac.
Is that Michael?
No.
Oh, I thought you said it was Michael.
No,
Was
Mac.
it
Mac. Mac Bluff.
Mac. Sorry, Mac. Well, I misnamed you.
Druids. Okay. Sorry,
I was
folks.
going to say, I would have never done this.
My computer is busy doing many things.
Thank you.
Xenicus, no. Zohath, maybe.
Maybe yes.
It's great. I'm going to remake the channel intro video with all the various clips that are on the channel, but like
Aw.
a lot of them are from back in the day when I was like watching every session and taking clips for the monthly highlight videos. So there are so many Descent into Avernus Curse of Strahd ones in there.
It's so good though.
Yeah, it's great.
It was such a good time.
Did you say 64?
62.
62, sorry. Okay.
I'm holding you, so if it's something explosive, I'm not
Sorry.
Gonna be happy.
Luce.
Yes.
Mac, I was not expecting this. Luce, could you let's see. Yes, could you choose any beast that your character has heard of but never seen? Hey, Charlie.
A beast that my character has heard of but never seen.
Yes.
A beast, right? Not like a creature. Okay.
A beast.
A great fish.
Wait, what was that thing you just said?
I mean a beast as in like a natural creature.
What's that? What was the thing you said?
Oh, the Balmain bug.
Balmain bug.
What is that?
I'll show you a photo of it. This is what Arius mentioned earlier, but I had no idea what that was.
Fresh in your mind. Sorry, Kevin.
It looks like that.
Oh yeah.
It's an underwater bug.
Okay. Thank you.
I think it's a crustacean.
Crustacean.
Okay. You are now considered to have seen it and may use it for your wild shape.
I am overcome with a vision. And I look at Kaelin dead in the eye and I say, I am going to make your day a whole lot worse.
That was a perfect
into a Balmain bug.
Right now?
Right now.
Indeed. Some kind
Remember,
of cephalopod,
Kaelin. Remember, Kaelin. They're your friends. They're your friends.
Okay. Yeah, Mac, that was the perfect out of combat wild magic search. It was great. Because so many of them are based in combat. Yeah.
You're fine. So yeah, that's going to be an hour of me being a bug.
Okay, so yes, there's a strange soft pop sound inside this cloud of mold spores, and there's a strange scaled Carolyn bug. Aquatic bug comes skittering across the floor, its little chitinous plates rattling. Reese.
Is it solely aquatic, or does it? Is it amphibious?
You'd have to ask Arius.
Amphibious, Aelin, I've decided.
I just wanted to make sure because I don't want Luce to suffocate. I was going to say the opposite of drowning.
Hang on, let me see.
Hold that thought.
Can I make an insight check to see if I know that is loose?
I think in the proximity of this space, you would have noticed they haven't.
But my only thing that I was going to say is I'd happily roll it at disadvantage if just the sight of another bug is going to trigger her.
I think you're still getting over killing a guard. I think killing a friend would be even worse.
True.
You can eat me cut in half and drizzled with oil or butter and seasoned with salt and pepper. Apparently.
This campaign took a wild turn.
I think you would bounce back to loose before that happened.
Yes.
Unless it's very, very raw.
I think I can.
I think you can.
Okay.
If I can't, I'll sit in a little tub.
So Reese, you got that chest set?
The chest set and the boots.
Okay. They're also pretty ancient.
Oh, nope, just the chest set then.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So there's the desk, the wardrobe. Scuff, what you doing?
Scuff is poking the barrels and the jar, just making sure there's nothing in there.
Okay. It doesn't seem to have anything of note.
Seems like there's no bugs here, at least.
Check that one.
Are there any more of those same carvings in the walls?
No, and as you're investigating that, it looks like this floor was added later. It looks like the original Mage Tower consisted of that ground floor, the stairway to the rooftop, and nothing else.
Okay, good to know.
I mean, unless there was an ancient floor here that was replaced, but There are no markings.
Beautiful Australia.
Okay. Arius, what you doing? You are over there, away from everyone else, but I think that's just left over from before.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am considering eating loose. I will admit that right now.
Yeah, you have seen these creatures before, and they are delicious.
Scuff wants to check the the desk down here.
The disc. Okay. You have a quick cursory look through. The drawers are filled with mouldering paper, and you're glad that Carolyn didn't do this because they are crawling with silverfish.
Oh.
Scuff's kind of like bulk himself up, so he's covering the inside of the drawers, so Carolyn doesn't see it.
When one crawls out, Arius pointed at it and said, "Cephalopods. Think that, but like 1,000 times bigger."
But they don't have to loose. Actually. They don't have to because loose wild shaped while you were off. So
Any of the,
loose is one of those already.
He's a Balmain bug. I will show you a cephalopod. Yeah.
Any of the papers breathable in any way, or are they just completely destroyed?
These seem to be stocked, ready to use later. There is also a spilled container of ink, which is long dried and left a broad black stain across the top of the disc.
An isopod, not a cephalopod. Sorry.
Forgiven.
Those cephalopods are pretty scary too.
Yes.
Nothing
Just
interesting here.
isopod to the west.
There seems to be one more.
It's like lawful harm.
Are you a bug?
Who, me?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
says by the mouths. Me?
I am a bug.
That's an isopod, which Arius is talking about.
But if you want to know what I look like right now, it's this.
Yes.
But I imagine it's like a little bit golden blue.
Gotcha.
But I will now crawl over to Kaelin, and I will start climbing up the back of her leg.
Just want to be attacked.
Let me just look through my spell list.
Like loose, maybe not.
It's fine.
Okay, you do that, and I flick my necklace, and I misty step 30 feet across the room.
Oh well. I'll hang out in the floor, rejected by my friend.
I'll pick you up.
Thanks.
Now, Karen, the good news is that puts you next to the wardrobe.
I'm gonna use a lobster staple.
Scuff immediately shuts the door.
The drawers in the desk.
Yep.
Have a look at the wardrobe.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you open that up, you give me a perception check.
Ah.
Ooh, I can do that. 16.
Nice.
16. Okay. As you first open it up, you notice that there is an old oilskin coat, a black woolen cap, and a wooden cane, all hanging from hooks in the back of the cabinet.
Oh.
Ooh.
You, at DC 12, also notice the false bottom on the wardrobe. And then as you're about to pry it open at DC 14, you notice the deadfall trap attached to it.
So I'll gesture over to Reese.
Yeah. And I like that system. I haven't seen that before. This is a Cobalt Press product that has these towers in them, by the way. And we shall be seeing more of them in the future as you discover more of these mage towers. I like that split DC there. So there's the DC to spot the false bottom, and then if you roll high enough again, then you spot the trap. There's like that zone in between where you can find the false bottom but not find the trap. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Can you tell me those clothes again? Because I'm going to ask Reese to clean them up with
Is that a cane?
the thing.
Scuff's gonna immediately reach for a cane.
I mean, Again, they'd be in slightly better condition than some like less hardier clothes, but they can't be used. They're old.
Even the cane.
The cane's not too bad, but I mean these are all clearly from when it was a lighthouse, which was a few decades ago.
Skip's gonna take the cane and like pretend to be an old man, like, yes, this was my lighthouse. I lived here.
I climb up Scuff's leg.
Ah!
Is this the?
Is that Ulysses?
Is it?
You'll never know. I can't talk.
One of the circular windows in its brass fitting bangs out open, and the wind from outside suddenly comes whipping in through the chamber, Scuff. And you swear on the very edge of hearing, there's like, yes, I do still live here.
That wasn't me.
Hey, Fiona. Get up with the giveaway.
Did you guys hear that too? Oh, that wasn't just me, right?
Nobody else heard it.
That's what the noise is.
I think this is the first time I've seen you make a joke, Scuff.
Aw.
I'm quite proud of you. That was brilliant.
Oh, you know. It can't be the first time, right?
I mean, I think
It
so.
might be. Everything's
You
been so
reminded me-
serious.
You reminded me of Tamim a little bit. It was good. It was very accurate.
Well, that bad. Okay.
I heard something. The voice from the same voice as the one we heard downstairs, right?
Yes.
I do
The
still
same
have
voice
my-
we heard.
I do still have
you.
detect magic up. If
Okay.
that makes a difference.
Fair enough.
It was the same voice we heard when we were downstairs. I think we'll find out what it is when we go further up. I'm keeping this cane though. This cane's cool. Maybe he wants it back.
Okay. And Karen, do you call Reese over with their bard's tools?
Yes.
Do you have
Start the trap?
Do you have thieves' tools?
Yes, I do. Reese, I never leave home without these
Look,
tools.
criminal tools. Let's get determination
Scuff,
right.
they're for fine-tuning lutes and other such instruments.
Yeah.
They also fit very
Yeah,
nicely
sure.
in locks, but that's just a coincidence.
Uh-huh.
So many uses for an Allen key.
Criminals.
Okay. So yeah,
It's gonna be another 22.
nice. You expertly disable the trap.
Reese, I am good at two things:
It's crude but effective.
crime and music.
Nice. You guys all wonder where Scuff got this cool new helmet from, but it's actually me on his head now.
Oh god. Scuff, do you have any
Oh,
legs
no.
missing out?
Slightly uncomfortable, but I assume it's loose because this doesn't seem like a creature I've.
Would that give Scuff like a +2 to AC, like on headshots? Technically.
No, but Luce will take the damage instead.
Woo! Temporary HP.
Temporary HP, yeah.
You know you've come to a dark place in the campaign where you're referring to your friends as temporary HP.
Shield.
Ah!
Okay.
Oh no.
So-
Just gonna like pet the little bug on his head.
Reese gestures with a moderate flourish, and there is a satisfying twang.
Think.
Thank you. And the trap appears to be disabled. Carolyn?
Let's
Reese
have
just
a peek.
gestures, for Carolyn to have a look.
Okay. And you carefully pry open the false bottom, and you discover an old sack which clinks as if containing more coin. And probably of more interest to Carolyn, a leather-bound journal.
Now that definitely belongs to someone. The coins, that is.
What?
That would be stealing if you take that.
That bed's holding.
You're stealing the cane, so.
No, I'm returning it back. You didn't hear the voice, but he told me to bring. He said he still lives here.
I'll open up the bag of
holding.
I'll open up my bag of holding and call out to Inky that's inside. Inky might have a friend soon.
But I just made friends with... Okay.
I crawl off of Scuff's head and start crawling towards the opening of the bag.
I throw myself on Luce and pick him up.
No!
You wave your little legs.
Luce looks like Baz just did a moment ago.
I'm so upset. I will get it back.
Yeah,
back.
just.
I start whispering to Luce the great recipes I know for Balmain bug.
Silky bug. Okay. So, Curly.
I'll take the book for sure.
Okay.
And we'll point out the coins in the bag for everyone else to.
Yes, and we'll leave them there and just walk away reading. Do you check it out?
Absolutely.
Okay. Glancing through, a cursory look shows that this is the journal of the lighthouse keeper, the previous resident of these upper layers, and it provides evidence that they were working with a group of smugglers, bringing in goods at night into the cave at the base of the cliffs. He became quite wealthy due to his association with them. However, in his later years, the smugglers joined forces with some local pirates out on the lake, fencing goods that had been taken from looted ships instead. And they demanded that the lighthouse keeper douse the light and allow ships to run aground on the jagged rocks out in the lake, therefore threatening the lives of the crew, and they threatened to expose his connection to them if he refused. And this was a line that the lighthouse keeper was unwilling to cross. The last entry, as you flick towards the end before you hit blank pages, reads, "It's no longer smuggling, now it's murder. There's a cutter they want run up on the reef tomorrow night, the new moon. They threaten to sell me out if I don't do as they say. I won't. I'll have no blood on my hands. I'm heading to the top of the tower with my last bottle of rum. And I dare any of them to come up here and try and put these flames out."
Well, sounds like our dear friend Mr. Lighthouse Keeper might be upstairs.
Or dead.
He's looking. Did you read this out for everyone, by the way?
Yeah, she probably did.
Okay.
In her most dramatic reading voice.
While listening, can Reese be counting the coins?
I'm holding the bug up, making faces at it.
Yep.
Just gonna put his cane on top of like the top of the pasture coins. Leave it here until we've it's checked upstairs at least. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I
Why
just
did we
want to
know
know how much it is.
Yeah, I have a question. Why does everyone care so much about these metal things?
Oh, sorry.
They don't
they
take
buy food.
Yeah, but
you can exchange them
capture-
for food, and food is nice.
But you can
Yes,
capture
money
it-
can be exchanged for goods or services.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly, Mac. Why not both? Is the-
Yeah, but you can make food. I hold up, please.
Yes, but also I could pay. I could give you these coins. You would give me loose, and I will make food with loose.
No,
it's like a trading currency.
But I
It's
don't
like-
want your metal. I can't eat your metal. So why would anyone give you food for that?
Because you could give it to other people for other things you want more.
But they're heavy and taste bad.
Arius understands economy, right?
No, he
No?
doesn't.
Even that? Okay.
You've tried to explain it to him before. All he understands is put teeth in mouth. Sometimes tastes fine.
Put teeth in
Put
mouth.
teeth in mouth. Put anything in. Any metal in mouth.
Character development here. Arius has false teeth. Okay.
You've never tested them.
They're scary looking.
You've never tested them.
Oh no, you know what it is? You wear a set of like fake teeth sometimes to seem more approachable.
Yeah, he has a set of fake human teeth.
What
They're,
cartoon?
they're real human teeth though.
What cartoon was it? Was it Simpsons or Ren and Stimpy or something where they put a set of shark teeth in. There's like a set of false teeth, and it was like, it's like
That's so
massive mouth. I forget which cartoon.
It
I
reminds
know
me
that-
our flag means death when Buttons puts in his metal teeth.
I know they did that in
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry.
Maybe, yeah.
That's a great idea. Melt the coins down, make a set of teeth.
That's what you're gonna do.
That's what I'm
what you do
planning.
in your chat.
Yep.
You either want
Reese
to
smile.
be a Bond villain or a DJ. I'm not sure which. Okay.
Why not both?
It'd be like having braces because you already has sharp teeth. So
Yeah.
Can you imagine how cringe it would be if the people that make Bonds tried to do a club scene? They make a
Oh god.
a DJ. Ooh. Reese, there are 57 gold pieces. This is much more countable.
Cool.
Maybe 50. No, let's around 50. Should we call it?
No. Reese will leave them all there, and we'll definitely be coming back to get them.
Scuffy is definitely watching over, making sure that they are left there.
Just tapping the cane on the ground.
Can I try and take one to put it in my mouth?
Hello.
I reach in. I take a handful.
No. Leave him here. This is
It runs away.
like rock with cane.
Arius does not understand economy, but does understand that all gold coins or circular objects need to be bits to be checked, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shoves a couple more in his mouth.
Universal
Runs away and
standard.
drops the rest.
And yeah, what? While
Well, we can make a perception check.
while Scuff is occupied with Arius,
I'm rolling a perception check.
Reese is gonna go for the rest of the coins, but we'll leave 2.
Nice.
17.
Can I
Scuff.
crawl over to the coins?
Scuff, that
I've
would be
stolen 6. How many does that leave left?
Scuff. That would be a perception at disadvantage with you distracted by Arius.
I'll take the beating.
And sleight of hand, Reese.
Still a 17.
That sleight of hand is a 13 on the die. For 19.
Sorry, Scuff. Arius was very distracting.
Yeah,
Criminals.
Reese leaves 2 coins.
I took 6. He
Yeah.
smiled and it's all just stacked.
So,
Come and get them.
If you
So-
want them, come and claim them.
so Reese, you took 50.
I'm a low
So
level
58?
criminal. Spend that.
I thought you said there were 57.
57, sorry, yeah, so you take 49.
Yeah.
I start slowly but surely crawling over to the rest of the coins in hopes that I can get one.
Yeah, Reese closes the false bottom at that point.
I chirp.
Poor
I'll
Luce.
split a coin onto you.
Poor Luce. Okay, so, onwards and upwards.
You bet.
Of course.
I'll
Okay.
slowly follow on.
You clamber up the stairs. Oi, don't move.
I
Otherwise
have a
can't
20 to
drag
speed.
you.
I picked you up.
No, thank you.
You're just gonna hear this crunching noise.
See what you did. Now Caroline's outside the tower and falls
You
to her
have a
death.
coin.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Look what you did.
Remember me.
Hashtag bloom loose. Okay. So, as you find yourselves up here in the next level of the tower, you must be getting close to the top now. As you emerge into this next single chamber layer and find yourselves in a room with stacks of old wood and barrels crowding half of the space of this room. There's a noticeable odor of oil present here. The stairs end here, but there is a smaller ramp on the east side there, which ascends up one wall to a trapdoor in the ceiling. Now, let's see. Yeah.
Check
Everyone,
the
as you
floor.
start to move around, you find that the whole floor here is a bit slick. And if you tried to dash, move quickly, you would potentially slip and fall. But if you're just moving around normally, it is, a little care needs to be taken, but you can move around.
Steph's gonna use the cane as a cane and actually keep himself standing,
Yep. There's a nice added bit there. It's like if a player fails the save whilst carrying a torch, then it's bad news.
Oh.
Emulation.
Kaboom. So, what do you do? Do you carry on up or investigate here?
There's boxes. You know what Scuff has to do. He has to go over there and bonk the boxes.
No, that's just stacked timber, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
He doesn't have to go over and...
everything in the south there is just barrels of oil.
Okay. He also bonked the barrels roll, just in case.
Mm-hmm. They're still full.
Cool. No bugs coming out of them.
No.
Anything on my detect magic?
Nope.
Okay.
Wow. Next steps. I'll head first.
You gonna go up the ramp?
He's gonna try.
Good. Everyone hold still there, please. And let's pop you up there.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, Luce, that's just where you were. You ended up in the fire. No, over there.
I'm cooking.
A fire.
You're finally getting that Balmain bug lobster that you wanted.
Bring out the olive oil. Okay, so you clamber up the ramp there onto the last layer as you appear out the top into the open air. Now, you see the top of that rather rickety-looking crane apparatus that was linked up on the outside that looked like it was about to fall to pieces, and the sea breeze whips through this open-air room. There's a stack of wood taller than an average human sitting in the center of the room, unlit and rotting. A pair of struts and pulleys is affixed to one ledge, old ropes descending from them to the ground. An old, yellowed skeleton in an oilskin coat and the rotted remains of other clothing lies propped against the woodpile here.
I don't think he wants his coins. Just saying.
Scuff's gonna head over to the skeleton.
Okay.
So Reese.
Which side would that be on? South?
South,
East?
the
West?
south side of that.
South.
Mhm.
It seems he did meet his end.
As
Is
you
there any
walk-
sign of what happened? If it's like cut or like
Give me a medicine
bone
check.
or- Yeah. Will do. That is in. That's a 9.
Okey-doke. You cannot tell, I'm afraid. But as you start to investigate, maybe this is why you don't notice, because you pull back suddenly as a ghostly, ethereal form detaches and rises up off the mouldering skeleton.
Ghosts don't need money. Still don't need to give it back.
As this figure appears before you.
Oh, hello.
Hello, sir.
The
Those
lighthouse keeper manifests before you, appearing much as they did in life. An old bearded man in a knit cap and oilskin coat. The ghost rises up. I thank you. You have driven out the evil presence in the caves.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It was some strange monster and cultist with 3 eyes. There's still bats down there, though.
That's natural, lad. No need
fair.
to go bothering them. I also saw that you retrieved my treasure. But
You
alas...
mean from the closet downstairs?
No, from he's still talking about the caves, clearly.
Yes.
But alas, those were ill-gotten gains.
I figured so.
I ask that you return the treasure to the town as penance for my misdeeds.
I
Do you
pull a
remember
crumpled
who-
coin out of my mouth.
Do you remember
it
who he
be,
was for? Who had them?
They're all dead and gone. As long as it's used for the good of the town.
Like, say, rebellion?
Are you with the pirates? Or the smugglers rising up against the authorities?
No, he might look like a criminal, but he's actually with us.
Excuse you, I look plenty, proper.
I am sitting on
Definitely,
Reese's
yes.
shoulder. My little tentacles are kind of just like in his
said-
ear.
On Reese's shoulder?
You bet.
No. Reese takes a dagger and
No.
just flicks him off. Like, nope, ain't doing that.
I'll catch you. That was very rude. I put him on my head.
Let's look here.
We will definitely return him to the city
Thank you.
in whatever way we can.
A question for the ghost.
Yes, you there, with a strange creature on your head.
I spit out all the coins, which are dented and crumpled. Do you still want me to return these, or can I keep them?
I don't think your teeth are that strong.
You don't know that.
What's the pounds per
I
square
hold
inch
the
on that
yuck
jaw
point.
of yours?
Do you want these?
It's like,
Dripping with spit.
the ghost kind of looks a bit perplexed. I've seen all manner of creatures drag themselves from the waves, but the likes of you, I have not.
We're not the same entity. This is just loose.
There are many symbiotic relationships where one creature would be lost without other. It's clear to me the two of you need each other on a level you have not yet realized.
I take Luis off and put him on the floor. Sorry. Off you go.
In good time, I'm sure you will realize the value of that fey creature. His
You read your
eyes
journals.
blaze icy white as he looks through Lucis to their true form.
So you don't need these. Aris will lose the coins again. Take that.
I have no need of nothing anymore, my friends. I am good to continue my journey as I was supposed to.
We read your journal, and I want to tell you that you made the right decision in the end.
Too little, too late.
Yes, but everyone deserves a proper rest. How do you prefer your remains being buried or scattered, burned, cremated?
That's easy. Heave me over the edge there into the waters below.
Will do so.
Before we do, I have a question for you. Sorry, Kellen Sturgrove, pleasure is yours. I'll place the book down on
Raises
the
a ghostly
skeleton.
eyebrow.
I'll place the journal down on like the lap of the skeleton.
Aye.
Before you fade away or whatever comes next for you.
It's okay. I know what you're going to ask. And yes, you do look horribly chilly. You can have my oilskin coat, yes.
That's good to know. Not what I was going to ask, but I could make something fancy out of it. Yeah. Anyway, more on that later. No, I just thought, you mentioned too little too late. Well, how would you feel about seeing your lighthouse lit one last time?
Aw.
Give
For
small
old time's sake.
That'd be nice.
Well, I'm sure we can facilitate such a thing.
And you're going to use magical fire to do that?
I don't think I have magical fire.
Call yourself a wizard.
I know.
Skiff,
I mean,
Skiff has a flint and flint
I guess
steel, so you
one
can
that's
help.
obsessed with reading and books so much, probably steers away from flames to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
Just agitate Scuff until he produces the desired effect.
Come on, do it.
Do the
Come
thing!
on.
Do the thing! Skiff's got a flint and steel.
No, not that one. Not that one. The other one.
Oh, the other one.
Go boom.
Scuff says, "I'd rather do this naturally," and holds up one of the barrels of oil, if they wish.
Indeed. Skiff will definitely hold up the barrel.
Yes, with some fresh oil, even these rotted timbers take, to an extent, not as if they were dry, but and as you all stand there, as the light of day is still with us, but the sun is dipping towards the Sky Riders, the mountain range off to the west, and the Dassos, which you get a pretty decent view of from the top of the tower here, stretching out north and west. And Carolyn, you kind of look out across the canopy of trees, knowing that there are more towers like this dotted around that great forest, according to Tomim's map. And as you look, again, you notice those strange, once again, similar Imaskari markings around the top crenellations of this tower as well. And as the spirits bobs and drifts in the air regarding the flames one last time, he turns to you all. I thank you. Now, let's see if I can help you keep evildoers away from these parts a little while longer. And he whooshes up into the air and into Scuff's cane. And Carolyn, with your detect magic still going, the cane suddenly emanates a strong evocation magic. And I forget the name of it, but this is something from the Cobalt book of magic items that dreaded GM got once in one of the one-shot roulettes, and it's basically a policeman's truncheon. It works like a policeman's truncheon, and it gives you advantage on intimidation checks and like when you're doing stuff. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But
I think I was in that one shot.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good one for Scuff. And innocuous enough to not be seen as a weapon, and by the Jedricks, and it will be in D&D Beyond. I just need to find the name of it again.
He looks
called,
at it.
oh god, what was it called? Sorry, I can't remember. You look at that. You saying you look at it, Scuff?
Yeah, he's having a look at it and he says, "Your memory will be honored. You will be of great help. Now, let's put you to rest properly." He's gonna just attach the cane to his side, and start lifting up, gathering up the bones.
Mhm.
He's gonna yeehaw it.
I think with a quick journey downstairs, you can grab one of those mouldering blankets if you like. Just kind of gather them all together.
True. Yeah, let's wrap them in blankets.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna bring it over to the edge towards water.
Before everything gets thrown over, I'll take the book one last time and snap my fingers, and a quill appears in my hand, and I'll just write in one last bit at the end, and it just says, "His light continues to shine,"
Aww.
Beautiful.
and then I'll throw it over with the remains.
Oh.
Yes. I'm gonna say it's only because of the actions you took there, everyone, that item manifested. It was not initially intended. Well, it was there as an option.
Actually not. This guy deserves a proper rest. He made the right decision in the end. Even though it took him a while.
Meanwhile, Reese is counting all the stolen coin, and
No.
Enough to digest.
Reese was actually gonna. Reese was gonna.
Fearing being digested.
The Skepta looks over at Reese and says, "It's okay, you can go grab the coins now."
Just to backtrack a little bit, Reese would have helped Scum, toss the body.
You probably got some skill in that.
were
I don't
you
say
picking the
that,
pockets while you did it?
Ew.
This little cephalopod doing that.
No.
Thanks.
You a little cephalopod, Lala. Here's him.
What is
Yeah,
Reese's kill count? Hey.
Aris, are you asking?
Yeah. What's your kill count, Reese? Share with us, since we are so bonded.
None, actually.
Oh.
You guys are so boring. Except you, Kellen. You've killed people.
Anyways, I'm gonna go grab that coin real quick. It just goes down.
Yeah, no problem. You
Iris looks at Lucy.
grab the two remaining coins.
Now that
Skepta is
it's-
none the wiser.
Yeah, now that his spirit has moved on, Reese will take the other two because it's like, well, if you needed these for passage into the into the afterlife.
Okay. And you descend back through the tower and out onto the shore road. And
Caterpillars, where?
they are nowhere to be seen.
Scuff eyes the sea or the lake.
But the DM will make a note for the next time you venture into the Dasos, Carolyn. Especially if you ever go alone.
Yeah.
And you make your way along the shore as the sun races ahead of you, seemingly dipping into the center of Meth itself as it goes across the horizon in that same direction. And the sky is a beautiful orange colored cloud scudding across it with a kind of almost lemony yellow behind it as you see ahead of you the huddled buildings behind the wall and spilling out beyond.
Before we get back to the town, so still gonna just take one last look back towards the tower to make sure the fire's still lit.
It goes for a while, but before you reach Meth, it goes out.
Makes sense.
And it doesn't spread.
Good.
The whole tower just goes up. Okay. So, you make it back before the sun disappears entirely, and you have to explain yourselves a bit more detail as to why you're passing into the city at night, and make your way through the streets, various people coming and going for an evening meal, a bit more subdued than it had been during the festival. But you make your way back towards Fenicus's townhouse.
At some point on the way back, I turn back into a human-ish thing.
Humanish thing, yes. New playable race from D&D. Humanish thing.
Yeah. I'm just like, now, because I was probably on Arius's head, I'm just hugging his back, like...
Yeah, just like just giving a child a piggyback.
Hello!
As you pop back into Lucy, you're still doing that with your fingers.
You bet. Hey guys.
Force of habit.
So it was you.
You what?
I thought. You were the bug. I thought so.
Yeah, it was me all along. Thank you for not trying to eat me. That would have ended really badly. For you.
Yeah.
Awkward.
I would never eat you.
I trust some of you. Sweats when he looks at Arius.
Ironically, the closest to you, but the least trustworthy.
In terms of whether he would eat me.
Yeah, in that particular instance. Okay, and yep, you make your way through the streets. A few merchants packing up, some of the outlying farmers going back out after bringing their wares, not to the market like they would have once, but to the government-run warehouses where they were dropping them off and receiving their straight salaries. Perhaps you catch a snippet or two of them bemoaning the new system and wishing for the days when they could have got the full profits from selling it all themselves. Reese.
Can I do a reverse bump and grab? Like, can I plant coins on them? Yeah.
Yeah, give me a stealth. Give me a sleight of hand check. Sorry.
Nice. 24?
Okay.
It's a 18 plus 6.
Okay. Please deduct as many coins as you would like.
How many people are there?
They're probably going out the gate that you came in. There are probably like 4 different sets.
Okay. Reese is gonna.
Even a single coin would be a lot to them.
Yeah, Reese is gonna drop 5 gold in each of their
Jesus.
pockets.
Okay.
You're gonna be destabilizing the economy.
The next day, you definitely hear rumors of at least one of those groups panicking and worried that they were going to be thought of as thieves and having returned it.
No.
But the others all kept it.
Well, I'd say Reese only lost 20 of the 51 that he actually got. So
And somehow Scuff feels his alleviation, even though he has no idea why.
Okay. Carolyn, Inky reports back if you want to make a note of this.
Yes, I do.
There were 1,109 silver pieces and 2,713 copper pieces.
Amazing.
Pretty good.
That's a lot of coins. Okay. Amazing work as always, Inky.
Nods as only a book can.
Reese relieved they didn't have to count all of that.
Yes. Okay, so you arrive back at the house, safe and sound, and you see that the diminutive form of your patron, Charisse, in disguise as Calantha, the fish's daughter, is up on one of the big dining chairs with a big glass of milk, kicking their legs backwards and forwards. Oh, hey everyone!
fair.
He drinks milk by itself.
A child.
A child does.
He very clearly is.
If I want to be.
I was going to say a psychopath, but close enough.
Do you drink milk by itself?
No.
I suppose you're not a psychopath.
So, how goes everything?
We have been fermenting,
Good.
of course.
Glad to hear it.
In fact,
We've
I think
also
we're
been-
basically the Fermenters Guild at this point.
We also found some funds to fund our uprising.
Splendid. That'll be very
We put
important.
the fun in funds.
Didn't Reese get
Splendid.
Speak for yourself. You weren't the one almost dying 3 times.
Arius raises a good point. Didn't Reese get rid of all the funds?
No,
I thought you gave them all away.
Just some.
no.
On the 20.
Just some of them.
Who said I gave away money?
I have like 9 coins.
Can I have one?
I gave you them before. If you didn't pick it up, it's your fault.
I think maybe I have it somewhere. I start patting myself down.
Okay.
So what's been going on while we have been lying low?
Really low.
Yes. Out of town for a while.
You can see underground, basically.
Cherry says, well, laying the groundwork for the next stage. It's...
Is there like a concert happening?
No. The next part of the proceedings. The next stage of fermenting.
I see.
The next step will be to ensure that you have enough allies in the city. Make sure that you're able to take control of the fort and not lose control of the populace. If you have enough influential figures on your side, it's quite disturbing. Like it's Teresa's adult voice coming from the child's body. If you are able to have enough support and respected members of the town in your corner, then there should be no problem.
Is there going to be a fight?
Depends. I'm sure there are ways to do it without, if you're clever. If you need me, just point me at the right person.
Well, if it's a fight you're looking for, I think the right person is probably Arius. I mean, you literally grew up in a cult where everyone was fighting all the time. Right?
That kind of actually explains a lot.
Thanks for telling everyone that, Luce. Arius will go and sit down in the corner.
Wait, but didn't we mention it down in the...
Not the cult, but...
That checks out, doesn't it? No, I didn't mean to... Can we play a game where we pretend I didn't say anything?
Well, look, if you need someone clever, I shouldn't be involved anyway. So if you need me, I can kill people. But otherwise, don't involve me.
You have loads of talents. Like storing coins and fish identification.
Cherry
And
says, Arius, it is best not to make yourself a one-trick pony. You would be best to explore other avenues of action.
When I find one, I'll let you know. But until then, I'll protect him. And if he's with you, then I'm here.
I've been presenting options all along. So, there is, of course, the Lord himself, Lord Balashinira, and his daughter, Nairobi. He is, of course, in his manse, or on official business. She runs the amphitheater. But I would leave them alone for a while. Things are on high alert after certain recent robberies.
You say it's an amphitheater, maybe we could go watch a play and all have a little moment just to calm down and be friends again.
I think
I hyperventilate.
you visited during the festival, did you not?
Yes, that's a good point. You did. We did that.
Yes. There they're having a little trouble at the moment, under investigation by the authorities because some of their special effects apparently went rather strangely off the other day.
Cool.
Big
That's bad.
cloud of smoke or something billowing out of the streets around the entrance.
Still
Right,
definitely.
let's not linger on clouds of smoke, because those could come from anywhere.
Yes, it was you two. Says John. And although Therese kind of looks knowingly at the two of you. And Reese, you were telling me you obtained the records of the various Jedricks that were laid off in the regime change?
Yep.
That will no doubt be useful information.
The Jedricks could help us organise fortifications if we need them.
And they are likely very respected members of the community. If they are of the original regime, the new ones not so much. But the originals, I would imagine so. They were well liked before their new duties took over. Well, I've heard rumors. They might be training in secret. Look into it, would you?
I think we could all use some extra combat training.
Well,
You
if
can tell
need combat
Luke's feeling very anxious and is trying to make the energy from the room better.
Yes.
If we need combat training, we definitely should scoot by the prismatic Colosseum.
Oh yes, but I
Training
believe
there.
you have already made inroads there, have you not?
Yes,
Do you think it's possible
I
that
haven't.
our ex-Jedricks might be training there?
Oh, I believe not. No, it just sounds like they are
No,
training
they
in
wouldn't be
secret.
No, we talked to him prior, but not after we started fermenting. I think if we talk to him, we could probably get him on our side.
There is some connection with the ex-wrestler turned librarian, Astalasius.
Ashtalas.
Interesting.
Perhaps make inquiries there, or with the ex-captain of the guards, or any of the ex-Jedricks. I suppose there are also the Dukas and Boras families, the owners of the two largest farms in the walls here. They are both very disgruntled after the state bought out their farms and took
Yeah,
control.
we've been meaning to visit them like many times now. We've just like had other things pop up.
Yeah, that's 8 and 9 on the map there. There's two big open areas in the town itself. Papa Dragon. That is definitely on the cards. And there is, speaking of businesses being taken over and their owners being disappointed and angry about that, there is of course the quarry outside of town, owned by Zelovius. They were furious when the state took control, from all reports. And, well, last but not least, if we are to arm this rebellion, we need smiths. Drenor is the dwarf for the blacksmiths. I'm sure he's sick through and through of making horseshoes and weapons for no one but the Jedricks.
Can I have some spellings for those names so that I can keep them in my notes?
Yeah, I'll send them later.
Thank you.
I'm having pizza afterwards. I was just like, huh? Oh, pizza order. Okay, let's go.
Yep.
Well,
So, yes.
That sounds good. Shall we? I'm gonna I'll go take a look out from the window upstairs, and I'm going to leave the room and go upstairs.
Okay.
and just sit in the window and stare and be sad.
I'll go where I'm told.
Well, it's just the
Maybe
end
you
of...
could be helpful in convincing the blacksmiths. You know a lot about weapons, and
I'm very good at convincing. I get it. Gets
Yeah.
up.
If anything, he could be quite intimidating.
Yes. Thank you, Scuff.
Although, Scuff, with your new stick, you feel quite intimidating yourself.
I do.
Would you like? Would you like to
You're
be
just kind of like wrapping off things around the house, like yeah.
Scuff with your stick? Do you want to be a team, perhaps?
Yeah, we could. Team
Hey,
up,
Tally.
see if we can get some information.
Let's do
Steady,
it.
steady.
Scuff and Arius to the Smiths.
With their intimidation checks.
Oh yeah.
Calantha pops down. She's like, well, it's certainly past this one's bedtime, and yours too, I'd warrant. Rest.
Aren't
That
you
can
like
happen
30?
tomorrow. That's why I said this one's not mine.
Semantics.
Or
Yes,
is
indeed.
this second round?
I am off for an evening of wine and dance. You need to rest so that you are able to continue our activities tomorrow without dying on me. Good night. And she skips towards the door, and as she does so, she grows into Teresa's natural form and spins and does a little curtsy in the doorway and then disappears into the night, seemingly quite happy with herself and everything that's going on.
An impressive trick.
Very impressive. Scuff is going to look for our vampiric friend, or dampiric friend.
Phoenicus is hovering, waiting for you all to go to sleep.
Phoenicus.
It's just like...
Even,
Oh, yes, yes.
you got a lot of things around here. You wouldn't happen to have anything for treating wood, would you? Any polish or anything like that?
You look suspicious. You're looking to make some steaks.
No steaks. no steaks.
I thought I'd
No, I've-
outlived my usefulness.
It's gonna show his
Outlived? Out-existed.
It's gonna show the cane that's definitely weathered and old. So I want to. I want to shine it up a little bit and make it look nice.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm going to surprise you and shock you here, my dear Scuff, but I am not one for DIY. But there are stores where you may purchase something like that on the morrow.
I'll see if we can find some.
Sorry. You look exhausted. Don't you want to sleep? Sleep, Scuff, sleep.
That's creepy. Please stop. I understand you're eating our dreams, but
It's been a long day.
Disaster.
I'm famished.
I get it.
So, is there
Just gonna head
anything
upstairs.
you'd like to talk about before you sleep, or is everyone just going to crash?
I think Kaelin is just going to retire to her room, but rather than going to sleep straight away, she's still got a lot to process, so she's going to do the one thing that helps her internally process things, and she's going to make herself a new outfit for a couple of hours. Because she hasn't done that for quite some time. And I'll drop a picture in the chat of one I made. Because I made a thing.
Nice.
Ooh.
She basically feels like her current attire is not good for like keeping a low profile, you know, a low cut top, and you know, so she's attempted to make something with a
Aww.
Cute.
bit. It's not like her usual fashion, so she's a little bit meh about it, but it will help her blend in a bit more.
You keep the skull there on your the clasp.
Oh, there's hidden meaning for that.
No.
Ellen should make us like a squad outfit.
That looks like Arius.
You know what? If I get put under house arrest again, I can totally make that happen.
Okay.
Luce is probably, if he doesn't see anyone, or if this room seems like it's going to stay empty, he's going to sleep just in the little window box.
I'll come get you and take you to bed.
He wants to, no.
He comes in and picks you up when you're asleep.
Yeah, folks back home, let me share that with you as well, if I may, Patch. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
There we are. Carolyn's
I think
new
you're carrying him
togs.
downstairs or to another room. Luce will just sort of like, I'm assuming he is a very light sleeper. It's canon. So he'll just mumble, I'm sorry.
Arius just pats Luce on the head and takes him to sleep.
I have word vomit.
Okay. Now, Carolyn, as you are creating this, you do have contact with a new source of information that stretches back a very long way and might know something of the Imascari.
I think while I work, I will internally have some dialogue around that particular subject.
So, as you focus on your work and reach out as you have learnt to do so, you connect with the Kori who is intrinsically entwined with yourself, Ashtai. And you feel the connection.
Evening, Ashtai.
Yes, it is.
It was a greeting. That's sometimes how we greet here. Obviously, foreign culture might be slightly different. Yes. Quite a day. Not sure how much of that you witnessed. It was a lot.
We are aware.
Wasn't expecting those runes.
It has been so very long. Did you recognize them?
Well, if I recall, it was Ashtai who made Kellen aware that they were Imascari in the session.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
Was that a name that rang any bells?
Let's find out. Was that a name that rang any bells, John?
Roll me a history check.
Okay. History. What's my history modifier? Why don't I still have the oops all intelligence? That's a 7.
No, you didn't read too much into this ancient history.
No, I mean, it's Imascari. It sounds like a. At first, I thought it just sounded like some sort of spice or something, you know. But,
it is It is the name of one of the first peoples of this land.
ooh, the very first.
One of them.
Curious.
Although they quickly brought others from far away.
Did they bring me here? No, that's a silly question. Is it?
No,
I don't even know anymore.
I'm not sure exactly the terms used, but your parents brought you into the world. They brought me and your distant grandmother.
Of course, yes. I'm still, it's the last 48 hours have been a lot, as you can imagine. I'm still putting it all together.
I weren't. No. We, Carolyn, we were the untainable early mistake. Torn from our homeworld and forced to join ourselves with locals of this world in order to survive.
That's rather ironic. It sounds like you need a revolution of sorts.
The Imaskari were a highly developed, very intelligent, but rather barbaric group who liked to capture others and force them to do their will. They were dissatisfied with the local tribes, those in the area, and decided to look further afield for the vast numbers of workers they looked for. Their initial attempts were not what they hoped for, and I and several others, although only a few of us, were torn from our world, a place of dream where people such as you would come in their sleeping hours and exist in dreams. We were torn from that world and dragged to this one. But with no means of interacting, no means of surviving by ourselves here, we were forced to find willing hosts. Do not worry, your ancestor was not forced to do anything. It is those beautiful few who agreed to take us in, and then to keep our powers from the Imaskari scattered across this world. I'm afraid your mother and you are the only ones of our kind in this area.
And from what I understand, my father's been taken prisoner, so she's on her own.
She is not on her own.
Would you care to elaborate on that, this little tidbit there?
It's difficult to explain. She is also Kalashtar, as are all of her female. I was going to say descendants. What's the opposite of descendants? Precedents?
Ancestors.
Ancestors, I suppose, yes. Everyone in your mother's line has carried Ashtai, me, with them. And your mother does still. Although it is both me and not me at once. I'm afraid I cannot contact her. But
That was going to be my next question.
I know she is safe.
That is reassuring.
But, yes. I'm afraid the others I cannot speak to. I do not know where they fled. Now,
Well.
pop quiz for chat. We have met one of the other Kalashtar. Where did we meet them? Do you know much?
I do.
Okay. I was speaking with them earlier today.
Mm.
But not about tonight. Other things. Just happenstance. Yes. I hope they are well. But this discovery, this tower, and its siblings are interesting. Perhaps a source of allies from far beyond?
There's definitely a potential there.
If you're not too busy, look at the map, would you?
I'll take the map out and have a look.
And you hadn't really thought about it before, just excited to hear about them, and and eager to not look at it for too long and keep it tucked away out of peering eyes. But you do notice a very specific placing of these towers. In quite a geometric arrangement throughout the forest.
Are they placed in a way where they were leading towards something like at the center?
There
That
are
kind of thing?
There are 3 of them, almost at the points of a triangle, with one on the coast of the lake, the shore of the lake that you visited already, and others in the forest, one to the west, one to the north. And a 4th is at what would be the center point of that triangle.
Callan just smiles and will click her fingers, summon a spectral quell, and just make a little circle around that one. I think that might be a good place to start.
It's funny. None of these people know it. But I'm not sure. Arius and Luce, I think, are from elsewhere. Reese, who knows? But Scuff is like me. Not originally of this world.
Oh,
Although
very curious.
going it alone, not as fortunate as you.
No, but you see, he's quite fortunate because he has all of us. We're a
Yes.
package deal, darling.
Of course, of course. Thank you, Bolly. Crystal for you, Karen.
Thank you, Bolly.
You see, we were the mistake. We were the uncontrollable delinquents. much like Luce. But oh! Is that under the bed? But see you looking. No, Scuff and all of the natives of this land were brought here from far, far away. An interesting place to hear them speak of it, the ones that we were able to contact whilst staying off the notice of the Mascari. Much harsher than this scrub desert sands. But their buildings influenced the Mascari somewhat. They built in their own fashion and raised great pyramids. The only thing that remains is their gods.
I've never been one for gods, really. I believe more in the power of people.
It is that power that gives the gods theirs. But you should be wary of something that can linger. Well, as long as I can.
Oh, you see, darling, that's the thing about me. I'm always wary.
Good.
But just to touch on one thing that you have said, and I know we share the same brain, so referring to your kind, so to speak, as the delinquents and the casted out, and well, I'm very good at talking myself down like that as well. I've said many things, but the past 48 hours have given me a lot of perspective, and I may have killed someone recently for the first time. But I helped someone today. I helped someone move on. That lost soul. That was a good deed. I think that's proven to me that I can do good in this world.
Of course. The freedom to choose.
Well, that's just it. Maybe curiosity doesn't always bring consequence. Depends what side of the coin it lands on. Or the roll of a dice, perhaps.
Indeed. But there is something to be said for, being in the right place at the right time.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, who said that? Oh, it's funny, I used to... Ah, it's gone. I can't for the life of me think who said that. Sorry, I was right on the edge of remembering, but...
All in good time. I do have a question for you, though.
Not for that memory.
The regime here in Chessenta, from however much or little you've observed, would you say there are parallels between them and the Mascari?
To an extent, they are equally strict and seem to bully people in an equal way, but they pay for their labourers. Give them the illusion of employment, whilst controlling everything they do regardless. Just paying for the privilege.
Maybe that's it then. Maybe we cut them at where they are the weakest, their pockets. Let's try and take some of that wealth away, give it back to the people.
That is something I can assure you has persisted throughout the generations.
but the generations haven't seen anyone like me before.
Like us.
Now you're catching on.
And you're not sure when it was that you passed out. But you awaken the next morning with a few stitches still to be made of the garment lying across your lap. And the slight fluttering of Vinky's pages wafting you awake. And Luce, Arius, Scuff, and Reese, you also awaken after a night's rest.
Could Reese have done something before sleep?
Please.
Reese would probably have an idea of how secret messages, find their way out of, through criminal lines. So could Reese get a message to his sister?
Absolutely.
The message is, Opal, find Malachite and Marith.
Okay.
And that's all.
Noted.
We used the quest giver.
Luce.
I would also like to do something before I go to sleep.
Indeed.
I would like to. So I think what happens is, I wake up in the middle of the night, and I need a glass of milk and some cookies. So I will go down to Fennicus's kitchen. Remember, he's a vampire. Stand there awkwardly for a second, and then start going back upstairs.
They've laid in supplies for you mere mortals.
Okay, cool. Then I will start putting together a glass of milk and some cookies.
You're drinking milk,
Confirmed.
right?
Luce is a psychopath.
I'm a
Okay.
psychopath. And I'm going to start dunking the cookies in the milk, and I'm going to have like a nice little midnight snack. And then I'm going to perception check. Is there anybody awake in the house that I can hear?
Only Fennicus.
Only Fennicus. Okay. I would like to go up to Fennicus if he is available, and sit down with my if he's available. If he's got time for me, and I would like to sit down with my cookies and my milk.
He's like, another sharing midnight snack.
Because you eat dreams. I get it. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you because we're really close, good friends, right?
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, you feasted on my brain like a lot, so I imagine we're kind of past the whole like awkward acquaintances thing.
Like a meet with
where,
me
like,
as
if you talk about
zombie.
going to meet up with someone or going to a party, the expectation isn't, oh, you got to invite them just out of obligation. It's actually that you want me to go.
I would pay money to see you at a party, especially if it was high society. Yes.
Perhaps that can happen. But anyway, are you on our side in terms of fermentation?
Oh, quite.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
The oppressed, huddled masses do not dream as vividly as they used to.
Cool, good start. That's good. So I feel more comfortable talking to you about, my personal issues and all that stuff now that I know we definitely trust each other.
Oh, Luce, what's the problem?
Well, I just wanted to know. So you seem to be wise and relatively all-knowing and that kind of thing. So I grew up in a very coddled environment. I've never killed anything that intentionally, other than a couple of fish that I, made into sashimi. That was great. I never even really was tracked down or blamed for any of the crimes I committed by accident, might I add, because I was doing some tomfoolery. So my life has been pretty okay, other than the fact that, I went to prison and I'm now in the middle of a rebellion and my life is hanging in the balance. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is, I found out something about a friend. Well, I kind of knew something about a friend. Arius, I don't think he had a great life before he came onto land. And I think I'm starting to realize, I don't know if you noticed the t-shirt I'm wearing, but we went to Sahuagin Temple. All of these monsters and things connected to the ocean could be linked and lead back to him and put him in danger. And I don't know how to keep him safe. And I can't even keep his secrets because I tell everyone everything that comes to my brain. I don't know what to do.
Honesty is the best policy, no?
Well, he seemed upset, and I can understand maybe that he didn't want everyone to know that he was in a death cult. I just told you he was in a death cult. See, I can't do anything right.
Oh, the things I've seen in Aris's sleep. Don't worry.
Oh. I don't know how to keep him safe. I don't know what's really, I don't know what's coming for him. You can describe an eldritch horror, but you gotta have to see it to not comprehend it.
Although the mere observing of them can drive that comprehension from anyone's mind. I mean, I find it unlikely that anything in the lake here would be linked to him directly, but I mean, I think you're coming at it from the wrong shoreline, and the other way, perhaps. Surely they are more equipped than most to react to these threats, no?
I mean, are you saying that knowledge of the thing gives you power and safety over the thing, so I should go and seek out those cults?
Forewarned is forearmed, and no, you should not seek them out by yourselves. Arius's knowledge gleaned over decades? Difficult to tell.
We're physically close in age.
Who'd have thought it? The experience they have from their time in the ocean stands them in very good stead, and your fanatical devotion to them, whilst confounding and questionable, is also another strength in their corner.
Fanatical devotion?
Too much?
I don't know what you're talking about. I just feel really devastated whenever I feel like he hates me.
Oh, that's
And
natural.
really super good whenever I feel like I've got a good one in on his books. I'm just gonna slide out of frame. We're besties.
Indeed. Sounds just like it. So, stick together, look out for each other, as you clearly do. In both directions, might I add. I've heard everything that happens.
What, me turning into a bombing bug?
Whatever that is. You nearly drowned today, and if it wasn't for Arius, you would have.
Well, he could have given me CPR.
You didn't need it, because they swam so magnificently and used up the last of their reserves. You were busy gasping on the beach, but Reese told me of how exhausted Arius was too.
I'll shove a cookie in my mouth and stand up.
So Reese, in my head canon, you and Svenicus share all intelligence all the time. It's the only two people that will openly share stuff.
I'm gonna go bother people in their sleep.
Oh, makes two of us. One up it.
I'm gonna go to Reese.
Yeah, Reese would probably share things with Fenicus because he just assumes that Fenicus would not say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
I knock incessantly on his door.
Reese, you are awakened.
Yeah, Reese is a light sleeper. Just door open. Yes.
Milk and cookies?
No, I'm sleeping. Please go to sleep, Luce.
No, I'll try and sidle into the room.
Reese is not moving. Just
Hey, you're
Doors
really
will be a
making
crack.
it tough for me. You know, I can't. I'm gonna spill the milk. Reese, can I ask a question?
okay.
Do you spill all the secrets that you have to Fenicus?
Not anymore.
So, Reese, I had to ask you a question. Do you think I'm fanatically devoted to Arius?
I have never once said those words to you.
Question number 2, because I'm still a bit confused over Fenicus's whole advice thing. If I want to protect Arius like a lot, like really, really good, I shouldn't seek out the cult that he's
Correct.
in. Not that he's in a cult. Okay. Should I, seek out
clearly he's
information?
fled said cult, so because he's
Yeah,
here.
so he's not. Okay.
He's not a member of
Information about the cult that he's not in anymore.
information, maybe, but you might
You
try asking him.
Okay, but before I do that, because that seems like it's going to take more time, and time's of the essence now. They could be sending sea serpents with horse heads and amphibian arms to come and eat him. That sounds bad. So I need to ask you a question. You have an information network, I assume, of some description.
Possibly.
I am willing to offer you, I pull out one slimy gold piece, all this cash, these cookies. If you could perhaps maybe put out some feelers for me about whether or not any of your contacts know of Uber. Okay. Yes, I got there first.
Yeah, Reese prestidigitations the coin and then takes it.
Good doing business with you.
Yes, you can have your cookies. Go to sleep.
Thank you. What does your real face look like?
It's in the middle of the night.
Okay, never mind. Bye.
Reese is his tiefling self in the house. This is my real face.
I don't believe you. I closed the door. Sick. I one more. I go to Kaelin.
Would she still be awake? Or would she have gone to sleep by now? Since she was...
When I said you awoke with the clothing draped across your knees and a few stitches left to go, that was to the loud knocking at the door.
Bye.
I know that knocking anywhere. Come in.
I will gently open the door, present you milk and cookies. I brought you milk and cookies. I'm lactose. No.
It's a bit late to be snacking, really.
Never too late for sugar. Anyway.
Fenicus' voice with the whole "speak for yourself."
Kaelin, I have to ask you a question.
Please do.
I placed down the cookies, I placed down the milk. That dress looks unfinished.
That's because it is, darling.
Ah, that would explain it. Anyway, so do you think that Arius is fanatically devoted to me?
I think Kaelin just chuckles a little bit and then reaches forward, takes both of Luce's hands into her hands, places one on top of the other. I'm very happy for you, Luce. And that's all
Luce
she says.
blushes and then folds his hands behind his back and brings them forward again. And he's got one of those like finger traps on. And he's like, okay, so, Kevin, Second question, because this is the info that I need from you. Now, sorry to bring up your trauma, but you are connected to a range of mages across the country, yes?
Not by my own strict choosing, but yes.
Okay, well, but I mean, you had no choice in the matter. Might as well make the best of it. Anyway, so like, Kaelin, I am willing to give you these milk and cookies that I realize I've already technically given you. If you would help me in reaching out to your mage friends. Please? My fingers are hurting. I can stop this.
How about this, Luce? Let me make you a counter offer.
Oh, goodness. I'm not a good bargainer.
So, you take your milk and cookies,
Yeah?
you have them, and you get yourself a really good night's sleep,
Uh-huh.
and then in the morning,
Uh-huh.
ask me again.
No, but we're wasting precious time, Kevin. There could be big salamanders with gills in the sewers right now, trying to turn my best friend into sushi. And they wouldn't stop with him.
Luce, it's late. Let me explain this as easily as I can.
Okay.
You do realize we are friends, you and I, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
Do you think friends would
understand the
charge friends to help?
I understand the economy, even if Arius doesn't. If I give you something, you give me something in return.
He understands that. He doesn't understand money.
Arius from the other room.
I mean, if nothing else, Luce understands the deals of reciprocity.
If you need my help, you just only need to ask. That's all.
I need your help.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna explain, and then I will start writing down all the things I need you to do for me. I'll make a point-by-point list so you can get through them at your own convenience, but I will put them in order of what is most urgent.
That is efficient.
At the
Surprisingly.
very top of the list is flirting tips.
Oh, you came to the right place.
Wonderful. Anyway, goodbye. But then
Sleep
remember,
well.
I need your connections and your friendship. Bye. I will now go to sleep.
And
Will you?
as Luce's footfalls pitter-patter down the hall, and the house is finally quiet. Luce,
Oh God.
just before you turn into the door of your room, the window at the end of the corridor, the moonlight spilling through it, there's a sharp rap, as if something bounced off it.
Oh. Okay. Off I go. I open the window. What do I see?
Out in the unkempt but decent-sized garden of Fenicus's townhouse, half hidden in the bushes,
Oh.
you see
Hello.
a forest gnome female and her albino gecko.
What's that?
One that you have seen before. As you see Eliwick Tan.
I'll lift the window up. You are bad news. I'm going to close the window. But I will not move. I will stand there and watch.
She gestures. Why?
Nah, I open the window and I start climbing down. I'm not going willingly. I approach.
Hello?
Hi.
You?
Me.
You're important somehow.
To Arius, maybe I'm quickly learning.
congratulations. No. We've met before.
Yeah.
Am I the first forest gnome you've met?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, I don't like to judge. Sometimes I see gnomes and I don't know what exact denomination that they are, but they seem like nice people, so maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I don't know.
I see. I'm sorry, it's just that...
Are you okay?
No. Something terrible has happened. I'm retracing
Can
my...
we wake up everyone else? Like, half of them are already awake because of me.
No, they're not. Trust me. Well,
Okay.
perhaps they are, but not in this particular moment. And you kind of look past her, and there is like a carriage with horses drawing it like in the street past her shoulder, and it's frozen mid footstep.
I'm not going with you. If you're gonna, if you
No,
try and
that's
take me
okay.
somewhere-
That's okay. Like I said, I'm just retracing my footsteps.
If you're okay,
Again, no. Are you?
what do you mean?
Something is different. And I don't know what it
Me?
is, but I should know what it... Oh, guts.
Okay, right. Look, I think you're talking yourself in a circle. I need some information. When did you realize that your memory was all wacko?
In garden.
Which garden? Where? Here?
In garden. Capital G.
Garden. I don't know what that means. But okay. Is that on this plane?
Yes. Far away. You'll have never been.
Do we need to go there?
No. It's under control.
Doesn't sound like it is, dude.
Oh, this is a separate thing, I think. I'm gonna keep looking.
Sorry, you're looking for?
Whatever's disappeared.
Something is
Something is gone. Sorry. Yes. Rest well. You're doing sterling work. And again, congratulations. Invite me to the ceremony.
I don't know. Wait.
Yes.
You can move between the planes,
Yes.
but
I'm a very powerful planeswalker. I've seen my Magic the Gathering card.
I don't know what that means, but I think
Sorry.
if you're originally from
That's a long answer.
Feywild, right?
I've been to the Feywild. Lovely place. If you catch it on the
I
right
have a
day.
feeling you're not going to find what you're missing.
I'm sorry?
If you came to me,
Yes.
with this specific problem, then you're not going to find what you're looking for. And I'm really sorry. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to start heading back to the house.
Now, where was next? Oh, the Feywild. Yes, I was in Yon. Okay. You just hear a faint pop behind you and the sound of carriage wheels and clattering hooves.
I'm going to lie down on the grass in the garden and I'm going to sleep outside with my cookies.
Okay. And as you do, we shall bid farewell to Meth and our fomenters of rebellion for another session. Thank you, everyone. That was awesome. So good, so good. Okay. So, we have people to sway to your cause, and after that, you can start creating the right circumstances to take that fort. There will be Jedricks to send off on wild goose chases. There will be little things to be done to convince those to join you, and there is one particular mission that is in the module from CZRPG coming soon, everyone. Keep your eyes open for when it's released, as we are getting sneak peeks here and a playthrough before its official release. Something that Christian included, which is very, very loose. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay.
I want to do it.
So, it's like, I'll do it right now. Let's go. Okay. So, massive thank you, everyone. As we are wrapping up here, we will be drawing the winner of said CZRPG's giveaway for today. So, if you are not already, please do type !enter in chat there to get into the giveaway and have your chance to win. Hey, Rishi, how do you, mate? So, yes, !enter in chat for your chance to win there. I like Mandy there. Good to see you, Mandy. Thanks for coming on by. Mandy's party went through Chessenta recently too. Nice.
Hey.
I'll warrant it was a little back in time from where we are here, Mandy, because unless you have furthered the timeline yourself as well, because CZRPG has continued what the official timeline it has reached in as far as Chessenta is concerned, and they are expanding on the lore that's in the Wikipedia and everything. Okay, now, last chance, everyone. Jump in that giveaway there if you want the chance to win a one-shot location to play as one-shots or drop into your games soon. Yes, indeed. Rishi will be here in a couple of weeks for our first evil campaign. Now, Rishi, if only you've been here a little earlier. Okay, so, as we wrap things up there, a massive thank you to everyone who's joined us. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with us along on our adventures whenever you can. Thank you so much. And that is all for this week. We have nothing tomorrow. There is a spate of national holidays here. And... oh, Emma, there are sketches? She said they saw a sketch. Yeah?
Yes.
Nice.
Indeed.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, Emma is the fabulous artist who will be creating the portraits for our said evil campaign. I'm very excited to look at those.
Will those be coming out next week, you said?
Hopefully, yeah, if they're ready to go. Absolutely.
They will be.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yes, yeah, the campaign starts on the 21st of August, Eastern Time, American Eastern Time, the 22nd over this part of the world. And we will be sneak peeking the various members of that crew throughout next week, and you can see just what they're up to very, very soon. Now, as we are jumping into things here, as I said, we're all done for this week, as all these national holidays are coming up, but we will be back with our regular campaigns next week, Out of the Abyss, Barovia and Beyond, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, And our next class of cadets at the Spelljammer Academy, as the junior class, Class 3, will be making their mark on the strange goings-on at the Academy.
Iconic.
There has been sabotage. There has been monsters unleashed in the headmaster's quarters. Just what is happening? It seems some of the professors had an idea of who may be responsible. So do stick around and find out what the next group of cadets can uncover in this ongoing adventure. And Spelljammer itself, the full product, will be with us very, very soon. Looking forward to that. Okay, and as we continue on through, then that will bring us round to Candlekeep Mysteries next weekend. Okay, so hope you can join us for those. If you would like to know exactly what's going on and get a sneak peek at those new character portraits from the fabulous Emma City art before anyone else gets to see them, then you should head on over to our Discord, which we are now sharing here as well. Everyone that would like to jump in, please do. We've given it a bit of a reshuffle. People may have noticed already. There's been a bit of a reorganization, an extra channel or two in there if you would like to have a peruse and come and spend some time. You can share what's going on with you. What projects are you up to? You can look to be a player or look to players in your games. You can share artistic endeavors, be they artistic in themselves, paintings or drawings or whatever, or culinary, if you would wish, in that particular area too. And introduce yourselves over there and just hang out and chat and get all of the Phoenix UK news before anywhere else, like Mandy does. Thank you, Mandy. I saw that. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so as we say goodbye, and before we draw the lucky winner for tonight and this week's final winner of the CZRPG goodies for this week, let's just quickly go around once more and meet all of these lovely people. Let's go the other way around. Reese, where can people find you on the material plane?
Ace Rogue Zential on Twitter. Basically, the only thing I've got going on right now. So
Fantastic. Okay, head on over there. Thank you, everybody. Scuff, your good self.
Yes, indeed. You can find me here, right here on Twitch. I'm the name Skeptic_Lamo.
Could you pop something in chat so people can go via your username and find your channel?
There you go.
Thank you. Me. There it is. Thank you very much. Carolyn Stargrove.
Hi, Patch from QuestJunkiesUK here. You can find me right here, well, pretty much everywhere on social media as QuestJunkiesUK, apart from TikTok, where you can find me as Patch Plays, or is it Patch Plays UK? One of the others. I don't know. I've got a link tree, but
It's in chat right there.
absolutely. And you can also join us every Monday at 8:30 p.m. British summertime, whatever the time zone's called. I'm dreadful with time zones. For our weekly campaign of the Redania Chronicles, where there is much baking and dragons and internal party fighting, which is great. 2 sessions in, love it. It's brilliant. So yeah, come find us there every Monday night. We have a good time.
Thank you very much.
And also here, I guess.
Indeed. Yes.
In this campaign and the High Seas.
And indeed, yes, the High Seas will be returning at the end of the month for their next journey, leaving Garden loose, where they were just with said forest gnome and their albino friend, trying to figure out just what is happening. By the way,
boy.
I don't know if you saw that, Emma, but Vicky, GTG Vicky's character is very much tangled up in all that mess as well.
We need to talk as well, Emma. We need to talk about my brother.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I
Indeed.
know we do.
But you can't tell him what I've told you.
Okay, I will.
Okay, Arias,
Okay.
please.
Yes, I'm not really on Twitter, but you can find me on TikTok at Fairy Chords, which I think Emma is posting in the chat now.
Thank you.
know.
There it is. And speaking of said Emma,
Hello.
Hello.
It's me. Yes. So I'm Emma. I do character art. I DM off screen. Sorry, I don't.
It's going on screen.
One day I will stream that. But when this campaign wraps up, I think, because if we're going on for 5 years, and if I started now,
Stream season.
people will be confused. Maybe. Yeah. But you
Well,
can
Emma,
find me
you-
on.
Emma, you have to stream because come on, let's not forget the entire reason this channel exists is because you asked me to.
Oh, don't boost my ego. I'm glad to lit sketches. And you can also find me on TikTok at Forest Fable, which I put in the chat too.
Ah, fantastic. Thank you.
And yes, watch this space. Maybe I will stream eventually. But for now, there's all the arts for John's
I'll
next
convince
campaign on my Twitter.
I'll
and
convince her to stream.
Excited.
Great.
Okay,
Whee!
thank you very, very much. Okay, folks, there you go. As I said, everything that we are doing, you can see and catch up with that next week. Let me see. I am guesting on things, but that's not next week, I don't think. Nope, no, the week after I'm on the Liching Hour. I'm looking forward to that. And which will be close to when we're meeting up with these fine folks again. Okay, thank you all so much. Let us find who is our winner for the giveaway. Okay, I'm closing up those entries. Good luck, everybody. So, the copy of the CZRPG goodies for today is going to... Ta-da! Papa Dragon!
Woo!
Congratulations! Double check
Woo!
they're still here. They probably are. Yes, indeed, still in the chat there. Congratulations, Papa Dragon. I should be sending that in your direction very, very soon. Thank you, everybody. That's all for today. Have yourselves a lovely, lovely week. And nope, right there. I see them. Thank you, there, Phantom. Yep. And yeah, Mandy, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. And we shall see you all again very soon, my friends. Thank you so much. Now, let us see who is on at the moment. Where can we head off raiding? See if any of the stream team are on. They are not, but one of our other fabulous artists, the wonderful Evan Blair Art, is on. So let us head in that direction. I think. Well, hang on. Kyle's on, but is it a rerun?
I think it usually is at this time.
It is a rerun, isn't it? Yeah. Let's. Evan was joining us for. Hey, Evan, how you doing? Yeah, Evan joined us for was jumping in for Wild Beyond the Witchlight earlier on. So let's go and say hello over there. I think they're just getting started, from the look of things. Yes, they're just getting rolling there. So perfect timing there. Oh, thank you, Rishi, for that. Welcome in, Mandy. Enjoy your emotes and everything there. Cheers, Rishi. Okay, so my friends, that's all. Let us head on over to Evan's. A rare chance. He is very cool, isn't he? A rare chance to raid into them, as we don't overlap too often. Usually start streaming a bit later on. So, you know the drill, my friends. Stick around for the raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we say around these parts, Oyasumi nasai.
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.
Azumi.